One of the kings of the battlefield.
Yeah.
I reckon you will find a lot of like iconic mechs. I reckon the Stalker's one of them.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong, but I reckon it is. This guy is just weapons on legs, basically.
It is.
It's just weapons on legs.
Horrendous amounts of damage, I remember this could
Yeah, and it gets worse. The closer you get to it, the worse the amount of damage it puts out. It's insane.
Yeah.
Right? So your original version, your standard version, is 2 LRM-10s, 2 large lasers, 4 medium lasers, and 2 SRM-6s. And it's only 1500 BV.
Yeah.
It's got quite a lot of armor, but it's pretty slow. It's
Yeah, but it's assault, so it's like...
It's an assault mech.
You get what you get.
Right, you stick him in a lance with 3 others of him in the middle of a battle line where you want to break through, and you just make them walk slowly forward until they've killed everything. And that's, boom.
I'm just looking at feet again. I don't know, there's something about this box set. The feet just seem to stand out. Look at that.
He's starting to worry about you,
looks
man.
like they haven't stuck it on backwards, because that's how the legs go.
Yeah.
It looks like the toes are at the back.
They got like chicken dew claws.
Yeah.
Bird feet.
They did a really good job of that. They've at least it's the right sort of size. It's all sort of squared off and everything. But that's really nice. But there's was that the 3F you were talking about? I'm pretty sure, because I've got that in here.
Yeah, possibly.
So 42 points for that. Does 3 at short, 4 at medium, and 2 at long. It's got plenty of armour and structure, and indirect fire 1. Overheat 3.
Yeah, 3F, that's the original. And yeah, you do not want to fire all of those weapons at once unless you are dead sure you're going to kill whatever it is you're shooting at, because it will overheat you in a second. It's ridiculously badly heated up. It's really, really good at what it does, but you have to be careful. In the original, anyway. I mean, there's a bunch of variants. The weird thing with the Stalker is that a lot of the variants are downgrades. They've kind of like reduced the weight limit and stuff, because there was so much in the lore. There was so much like tension on the legs and all that sort of stuff, and overheating problems and all that sort of thing. So they tried to fix it, and one way to fix it is to lose a little bit of that weight and try and get it to like function a bit more efficiently rather than effectively, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. I remember the 5M, because a lot of the games that I've sort of played has been around with there's always someone who has clan stuff, so they want to have a game with that, so you play with that era of stuff. So
that's the 3050 upgrade.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a good one.
It's got an ER large, I think, and a couple of LRMs still.
Yeah.
So it's got the range to do things, but it's still got the SRMs, but it adds NARC and some other fancy
ER large laser, NARC missile beacon with 2 tons of reloads. 17 double heat sinks.
Yeah.
It's communication system has been changed, but that doesn't really matter too much. Apparently they dismissed the inclusion of case, a factor which led directly to the deaths of several Stalkers during the clan invasion due to ammunition cook-offs caused by overheating and weapon penetrations.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of ammo on display there, and it's heavily armed and heavily armoured, but as I think we've seen in some of our games, it is entirely possible for you to destroy things without actually having to burrow your way through all of that armour. So,
especially if they've got ammo, you go, let's cook that.
It's bad.
What's cooking?
If you've got 4 weapons there just on the standard version, I think, that have ammunition.
Yeah. I don't think they put an XL engine on the upgrade though as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah. But I mean, even if all you've got is 4 tons of ammo, that's 4 locations that are going to go.
True.
But without an XL engine, you're at least your torsos are a little bit safer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's really nice. They did a really good job of that.
There's 22 variants of that, but some of the Night Stalker, which is a completely different mech.
Yeah.
So what's that, 2, 5? Yeah, so there's a downgraded 75-ton version, and then all the rest are 85 tons. So there's maybe 15 variants of that one, and a couple of them are named, so there's maybe 13 or 14 variants of that.
The original is the best.
The original mech, the original one is actually a really good mech. It's just, you have to use it properly.
Well, city fighting is where it actually does quite well. It's got a lot of shorter range weapons for city fighting, and it can do indirect fire to help allies who need it. So that's another one that, I mean, these are all fire support mechs, so they all benefit from this, but this guy benefits from having lighter, faster lance mates. I mean, if you're having a big scale game, you could have a lance of those and then a support lance with like light fast vehicles and another lance with maybe some medium jumpy sort of things, right? But you need something with him, because if it's just the Stalkers, you have to be really, really careful with them, because they're walking forward very, 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 very slowly. It's like the Atlas Scout Group. You could do it, but you got to be careful with them, because they will overheat. They do move slowly, and they can be like vulnerable to things like ammo explosions and cook-offs and all that sort of stuff. So you have to be careful with them, but they're brilliant mechs. Well, physical attacks too. Punching is ait of an issue, because it's designed not
but
to
it
have
kicks
arms
like
or
a
whatever.
truck.
Oh yeah, it could do like this, I don't know, kung fu sort of back foot scratch thing. Stalker style? Didn't they have styles for kung fu, like chicken style and
Crane,
tiger,
and
drunken Shaolin and all that sort of thing. So you could have drunken mech warrior stalker style.
Yeah. You just walk really, really slowly up to someone, pull a gun and blow their brains out. That's just Stalker style.
Just alpha strike without the long range stuff.
That's it.
But that's nice. So we've also got some pilot cards, which is what I also like about these box sets.
Let's have a squiz at those.
Go in order. I might just put these, we'll just put both of them up so we can have a look. So we've got House Davin, Gunnery 2, Piloting 3, J. Elliot Jamison. Sounds like the newspaper dude. He's a colonel with the Mercenary Wolf Dragoons. There you go. Wolf Dragoons, everyone like one. Zeta Battalion, that's who he commands. It's an assault battalion deployed when Colonel Wolf wants to make a statement. As strong as imposing as his Stalker, he imposes his will on unruly Zeta and keeps them in line. Colonel Wolf hopes that Jameson stays in charge, as the previous 3 Zeta commanders have died in battle.
Well,
they see a lot of action, these guys. Everyone hires them. So 6-point combination. We've got Sniper and Weapons Specialist, large laser. So -2 hit modifier for the large laser, and reduced range 2 hit modifiers by half for every.
And if he drives the standard version, there's 2 of those large lasers.
So Sniper and the large laser would actually work well together. Wow.
Yeah, you go out to long, and you've got basically a flat 0, because you've got a +2 for range, but a -2 for the large lasers. So you can be at long range for a large laser and get a flat 0 plus movement and all the other junk, but that cancels out the range mods.
With Gunnery 2.
Yep. And once they come into medium, you get a -1. And if they come into short, they're dead, because you've got a -2 and a 2.
Just don't bother.
That's solid. I like him.
It's quote, all right, Zetas, time to earn your pay.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Adrijana Gallo, a 4/5 captain with House Marrick's 5th Fusiliers of Oriente. So, traces ancestry back to members of the 208th Hussars.
Oh wow, Star League stuff.
Yeah. Constantly looking for scraps of 208's history. Competent if unimaginative commander. And she's got 4 points of ability. She's got 2 points in lucky, which gives you the rerolls.
Yeah.
And range master long.
Oh.
So you switch long and short range modifiers. So
that's nice.
if she's walking slowly towards the enemy, she's at long range for most of that. I mean, long range for the LRMs and slowly moving in towards long range for the large lasers, and slowly moving into long range for the shorter ones. There's always a weapon that's going to get that +0 instead of the +4, and you don't want to be firing all of them at once anyway, so you're going to be getting that just adjustment of range mods. Yeah. That's really cool. I like that.
She's probably collecting all this stuff to put on. I don't know who does eBay in the future. Comstar, probably.
There's probably a Comstar app that you can
Comstar app, yes.
Do stuff with.
Combay.
Oh dear.
Comstar Bay. I don't know.